What's up, y'all? It's your boy Boss. Check me out on the Bootleg Kev Show.
Yo, Bootleg Kev Show, special guest in here. My guy, Boss is here, man. Welcome.
What's going on, bro? Appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. It's been you've had a hell of a year so far.
For real. We kind of just getting it started, but, you know, like all years, there's a lot of plotting involved beforehand.
100%, man. Talk about, like, you know, first of all, Milky Way, it felt like it's been a few years. When would Milky Way come out? 2018?
2018, yeah.
So it's been like, I mean, obviously you've been active since then, you know, the Dreamville album.
Next year, yep.
Yeah, so it's not like you ain't been, you know, but I'm sure this body of work that you're cooking up has got to be worth the wait.
Man, you know,
you're taking your time.
I'm always trying to like evolve and grow and bring something new with every project. So I think, you know, obviously everyone had a year where we had to take a step back, but I kind of put that to use and just tried to keep reinventing my style and keep adding new levels to it.
Yeah, it's crazy because on Cole's album, like when I first pressed play, I don't think you could see the features on there. I don't know. However I was listening, I couldn't see any of the features.
Right.
So I was just pressing play, and then I went on Twitter, and I was like, yo, that was Boss on the record? Like,
yeah,
dipping into your melody bag,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, just trying to grow out the comfort zone. I was down there with Cole. That's one thing, you know, we were kind of preaching. And throughout that whole process, we actually did the Jackie, like, those same, like, 3-4 days that I was down there working on.
So that record happened during the off-season sessions? Yeah.
It was like, Cole has, like, a very set time he be in the studio.
Right.
Because he got a lot of other things going on. So we had, like, 30 minutes left. I think we had just finished doing, like, some background vocals on one of the records. It might have been like Let Go My Hand. And he was like, yo, let's pull up a beat and just like do something in like 30. So he pulled up a T- folder. First beat he played was the Jackie. And we just looked at each other like, yeah, like, don't say less. Like, pull that one up.
Yeah.
Just got on the mic. And, you know, just challenging ourselves not to feel some things, you know what I mean? As opposed to like be so clinical with the writing and just trying to push yourself out of that comfort zone. Like, I'm usually the type to sit there and like get on my words right and then be like, all right, you know, I'm ready to do my verse. And it was like, you know what? Nah, just get on there and do what you feel. You know what I mean? Do like what comes to you like naturally. And then, you know, you can refine it from there and go back and work on how clever you want to make the line or whatnot. But there's certain things you can't replace, you know? And that's something like I'll even watch like some of the younger kids now. That's all they do, you know.
That's all they do. They'll just go feel out the beat in the booth, and then worry about filling in the lyrics and shit later.
Right. And there's you know, I feel like there's something to learn from everyone's process
for sure.
And that was something I was able to kind of apply to myself. Like, you know, just let loose a little bit. Like, don't even think about it. Like, what's the melody that comes to you? What, you know what I mean? What's the feeling that comes to you? And you know, we did the Jackie in like 30 minutes.
So that's kind of new for your process. Usually you would just like,
yeah,
I'm gonna write some ill shit.
Right.
I'm gonna go as hard as I can.
Right. Even if I have the melody, like I'll sit there and I'll write the song out, you know, and then I'll go like lay it down. And this was just more like, all right, what are these first 4 bars? Boom. What are the next 4 bars? Okay, now how do we, you know, take it somewhere different, you know, for the listener? How do we keep it dynamic?
Right.
It was a fun process for sure. And Cole was there the whole time, like just like, you know, trying to keep pushing me out my comfort zone. That's how we did a lot of his records, and then it just kind of spilled over into the Jackie.
Yeah, I was gonna say like for his records, like did he have like a vision for where you were like fitting in on these joints?
Yeah, so I did this song called Risk with FKJ, French Kiwi Juice. Shout out my guy. Did that like probably a year and a half ago, and on that I was doing a lot of those melodies and stacking my vocals and, you know, doing a bunch of that stuff. And when we came in to work on Cole's album, he was like, I want that, Boss, you know? He's like, I want you to work on that more and like bring that energy to these songs. So me and K Quick, who records me, he's a producer, engineer, all that, but he's also like an incredible vocalist, you know? So he's really good at kind of pointing out certain things or, you know, try it in this tone, try it in that tone. We just sat there every night and we figured it out. Like whatever song Cole gave us, we'd just sit in the room and be like, okay, like let's bring the wave to it.
Yeah, it's crazy because the one thing that I took like from like the process for off season that I really appreciated about somebody who's as big as Cole is on the Mount Rushmore right now, you know, like was it seemed like he really was extremely dedicated to making sure he was better at rapping this go round. Like, you know, like I watched the documentary, I was like, yo, this fool was like really like almost like in the gym, like in both ways, because he was training in the gym as well. But like on some bar shit as well. Like I feel like this is the sharpest he's ever been on, like lyrically, and it's crazy to say that so many years in. But did that inspire you in like your album or like the way you're kind of approaching?
I mean, yeah, it definitely, especially when I had spent most of the year just working at the crib by myself. And I'm a very collaborative artist, so it was good to get in again with bro. And then also just to see like, you know, here's a dude who has the world, and he's like so focused every day on getting better. You know what I mean? Like, what's your excuse? You
yeah.
That'll definitely light a fire under you, or you know, just make you feel like, oh, I can and I should be doing more.
100%, man. Do we have? There's speculation that you're supposed to announce your album with Elliot at 1. This is gonna come out after that.
Oh no!
Are you announcing an album
no,
at 1? Okay, I don't.
Nah.
I'm saying we should talk about.
Yeah. No, I'm not announcing an album.
But we're getting an album before the end of the year, of course.
Yeah. Before the end of the year, yeah, for sure. I just been in a zone though, honestly, where I try to be intentional with everything I do, and when I look at it, and I'm like, you know, I'm very proud of the albums I've made, and when I look at the challenges that I set for myself. It was a song like the Jackie. You know, I got another single in the works that I'm really excited about. And I'm just kind of challenging myself to make bigger records. Even like what we said earlier about the energy's different around this one. You feel me? It's like trying to challenge myself. Like, what is the next frontier in my own career? What is the next, you know, what are the next levels I want to hit? What are the next things I want to challenge myself as an artist to create? You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like I'm always going to be in love with making a cohesive body of work, you know, that's going to give you like my mentality. But a lot of what I've been challenging myself to do is like make these big records. Like,
how do you elevate?
How do you elevate? Yeah, exactly. So that's been like a major focus of mine. I've tried to really stay intentional with that.
Yeah, no, I think like I think you have incredible fan base. But I still think in terms of like the grand scheme of who gets talked about, you're slept on still.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of people who have an album better than Too High to Riot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Thank you.
But like, I think that, I mean, that you're right. Like, you gotta you gotta get some people to come to the party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't lie to yourself. You gotta look at where you are, where you want to be, and the things you gotta achieve to get there. You know, and the beauty of it is like, the art of it is doing it, you know, within your sound, within like all the songs I'm making, even the Jackie, like my fan base don't hear that and be like, what the hell?
Yeah, like what is he doing, man? He's sold out. Nah, for sure.
Like, if you heard Milky Way, it's kind of like a direct like
100%.
descendant of that kind of sound and that vibe and that energy. So it's like, that's the fun part of it. It's like, okay, I know my sound. I figured out my sound, you know, and that's the fun part of the artistry, is just to keep expanding what you can do and what you can achieve, you know. So that was like the next frontier for me. I'm like, you know what? Like, I want to make some hits.
How good did it feel to get your first solo plaque?
Incredible. I caught a couple, but
because Tribe went gold, right?
Tribe went platinum.
Platinum.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Night Job went gold. Obviously, Down Bad is platinum in Costa Rica now, I think too.
That's huge, man.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
You pull up to the crib, you got your own plaques. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's huge.
Yeah,
bro.
Nah, it's definitely, it's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing. Like, shout out to the whole team. You know, we've been at it for a minute, and you know, I'm somewhere where people really believe in that artist development. You know, you got to
that shit is a beautiful thing, because you know, a lot of labels, they're not, you know what it is, man. They're looking for that. Well, and they're also looking for something that's already on fire, so they can just put some gasoline on it.
Right. Something that's already viral.
Yeah, Dreamville, I feel like, has done a superb job of growing each artist. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Whether it's yourself or Ari or Kaz, like, it's like, man, it's like you see your guys' just come up.
Yeah, everybody's got a touring base. You know, everyone's got an album they can tour, several albums they can tour. you know, I guess we're kind of like in phase 2 now. It's like Marvel. You know what I mean? It's the MCU. We're just going into phase 2. Everybody's trying to level up.
That's crazy. That's a good comparison. Yeah. You mentioned like being at home a lot during the pandemic and shit. Like, how did that affect you? Just, you know, because some people I know fucked with their mental. Like, especially being an artist, you're not able to. You know, you probably would have been on the road. Like, there would have probably been some sort of Dreamville tour.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? I think creatively, it helped me tap into some very like introspective raps that I was missing in a sense, because my life prior to that was like 6-7 years on the road, and I'm kind of ingesting all these road experiences, and they're coming out, and this gave me a lot of time to just sit back and reflect and like dig deeper on things I wanted to say. But you know, in the same token, I was missing the other side of it. I really like traveling is like probably the biggest part of inspiration for me. Like going to these other countries, cities, whatever, linking with people, collaborating. So I miss that a lot. But, you know, I think you just got to make use of every situation. So for me, it was like, all right, how do I dig deeper? How do I talk about what's really on my mind? How do I talk about the things I know, you know, other people are going through right now, just being isolated and feeling stagnant, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, shit. I mean, I had my fucking kids and my wife, and I still was like, this shit sucks.
Yeah,
especially
bro.
being in LA, because LA was like super shut the fuck down. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Were you out here most of the pandemic?
Yeah, most of it. I was gonna go to New York. I was gonna go back home, but every time I'm called, they'll just be like, bro, like, don't even do it. So like, I flew my parents out here and had them out here for like a couple months.
I mean, that's dope. You probably got to spend some time with your parents.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't spend with them otherwise, right?
My nephews, like, you know, they're like 2 and like 1. So.
That shit like forced you to hang out with your family more, for sure.
It did, for real.
For sure.
For real. And even like your close friends, you start to realize like, damn, there's a lot of things we don't even talk about. You know what I mean? Like, I learned more about some of the dudes I've known 15, 20 years in the past year than I did knowing them, like, you know, most of my life. It was just people were in like a more vulnerable mental state. You feel me? Like, but, you know, that's why you got a support system.
Facts, man. Nah, it's crazy because, like, outside of just getting fat as fuck during the pandemic, I just was trying shit, bro. I was like, I tried mushrooms during the pandemic. I was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was just,
I had a few good acid trips during the pandemic.
Yeah, like that shit is, you know, I think, like you said, like there was pluses and minuses, and it just depends on your perspective, because some people let that shit really, like, just take them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take them off the map.
Yeah, nah. I mean, you just, you know, like we said, you gotta keep it in perspective. Everybody was going through the same thing. You know what I mean? There was times where, like I said, you have all these plans and all these thoughts and all these goals, and you gotta realize, like, yo, nothing's advancing for anybody right now. Like, just chill, enjoy this moment. I even started thinking we need like once a decade, if it's not a pandemic,
something like that.
Just give people like 6 months off.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like,
let everyone work from home for 6 months.
Yeah, let everybody regroup.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Get their spirit.
That's not a bad idea though.
Once a decade.
Yeah, for sure. You say you had some. So you fuck with the psychedelics?
Yeah, for sure.
Acid,
mushrooms.
What is? I've never done acid. I heard it's like more like extremely visual.
Yeah, I feel like, so it lasts a good bit longer than mushrooms. Your high is probably twice as long, the trip.
Right.
But I feel like sometimes with mushrooms, you could kind of get into like a dark spot in the trip.
Definitely.
Where you're like facing these demons or whatever you've been running from.
Right.
And then you know, usually come out the other side a better person for it.
Right.
With acid, like, you always know it's the drugs, you know? Like, you'll start tweaking, you'll be like, oh, it's the drugs. I bet. Fuck it. On to the next.
Yeah, mushrooms have you like question your whole life's purpose.
For real.
If you take too much.
There's some moments where you really have to look yourself in the mirror.
Acid is more like, I'm gonna take some acid. I'm gonna hit the.
I can go to the bar.
Yeah, I'm saying you go to the bar. You can go
around
out.
strangers. I can have a full like intellectual ass convo with a random stranger on acid. On mushrooms, I kind of just want to be with like my core group. For
sure. Yeah, and I had a bad trip when I was in Texas. Tripping the fuck out, man. I decided to go bar hopping after I ate a whole bunch of shrooms and an edible.
Yeah, you
That's
bold.
The worst decision of my life.
You bold.
I was freaking the fuck out. It was a bad.
You start looking at people in the bar like, this dude face doing something crazy.
No, man. There was a lady dancing, and her face looked like, you remember on Cops back in the day, they used to have their faces scrambled.
Yeah.
And there was this bitch dancing in front of us, and I was with Freddie Gibbs, and I was like, "Yo, Fred, is that bitch?" We were both on shrooms. I was like, "Is do you see her face?" And he's like, "We saw the same thing." He's like, "Nah, it's all fucked up." I was like, "Bro." And then some dudes came in. I was paranoid as fuck, bro. I thought, bro, I was. It was a bad look. That shit made me. I'm never doing shrooms ever again in like a social area.
It ain't that, but you could do acid.
You could do acid.
Fine. Yep.
Have you ever done DMT?
Nah, I have so much of it in my freezer that my homie got me on my birthday.
You have a bunch in your freezer?
I have a bunch in my freezer right now.
You're gonna have to get a crack pipe. You know that, right?
I'm like trying to you know, I like to do psychedelics.
Right.
Like when I'm either reached a certain, like, usually like if I wrap up a project, you know what I mean? Like it seems like I'm putting a bow on like a moment in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like to pick my moments, or maybe if I'm starting a project kind of deal. So I like to pick.
Yeah, you got to pick and choose that shit, because it's almost like you do it as you, like, when you feel like you need it.
Exactly.
Like if
you kind of know, like
maybe if there's a wall or something, or that you could try to break through, or you know what I mean?
Right. Or if it's like, all right, like,
what's next?
Right, exactly. Like, give me a little bit of clarity. Where am I going with this?
This guy got a freezer full of DMT.
I do right now. That moment hasn't hit me yet.
No, that hasn't hit me. That shit's like, I heard it. I've never done DMT. I want to do it. I just can't get my fucking hands on any of it. But
oh shit, I got you.
I'm about to say you got some. But also I'm like scared. Cause like,
that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at with it too. Like, I don't know.
You literally have to freebase that shit. And then I heard for like 15 minutes, you're just gone.
Yeah, I don't even want no one around me.
Like, you're gone. Like, I had a homie who said he had like a 6 month, like lived out 6 months of his life in his DMT trip, and then woke up and it was only 15 minutes long. He said he had a girlfriend, he had a job, all kinds of shit.
That's crazy.
So that's why I'm like, damn, do I want to just, I don't know.
I'm exactly where you at with it. Like
I want to do it.
Sitting there, like, you know what I mean? I be opening up my fridge to get some ice, and that shit just be staring at me. But I'm like, I don't know about you.
I don't know if I'm ready.
I don't know if I'm ready.
I don't know if I'm ready to.
Maybe when I put this next album out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And the Jackie going crazy. And I can say, you know what?
Let's go on let's go melt my face off for 20 minutes. Yeah, why not? Hey, what up, man? Had to interrupt the Bootleg Kev Podcast to tell you about our good friends at Odd Socks. All right? Yo, shout out to them for sponsoring the podcast, but also for being such a fire company. And they just introduced their draws. That's right. Odd Socks now got your boxer briefs on deck. Some Tapatio joints. And then, of course, they got the best socks in the game. Look at these Stone Cold socks. Look at these two. I mean, look. I love Fruit Loops, but I love these Fruit Loops socks. These are fire. I'm taking those for myself. They got all the licenses: Breaking Bad, Mac Dre, ODB, WWE, Street Fighter, whatever you want, they got, including these draws. I love these draws. I got some on right now. So listen, tap in with Odd Socks. Go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use the keyword Bootleg Kev, and you will save 20% off at checkout. So oddsocksofficial.com, keyword Bootleg Kev, save 20% at checkout, and thank me later. How is your album done?
Nah, it's not done yet.
So it's not done yet.
It's not done yet. But I mean, it could be, but I just got bigger plans for it, you know?
Well, you say you're working on another single that's going to be big as well.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of insight?
It's me and Gunna.
Ooh, all right.
You know, another little collab people wouldn't really expect.
That's true.
I've been trying to find people like that and just kind of sonically bring them into my world, even like how we did with TJ.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I'm a huge Gunna fan. So you heard it here first.
Gunna.
You know what I mean?
So there will be a Gunna Boss record. You know, it's crazy because I think Gunna's who kind of like low-key taught Baby how to rap.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, I love what all those Atlanta dudes do for each other.
Yeah, I think Lil Baby
is a dope scene.
Lil Baby lyrically somehow has became like a monster. Because like
incredible.
3 or 4 years ago when I was first hearing Lil Baby, I was like, oh, this shit is cool. You know, some Atlanta young boy shit. But this motherfucker is rapping circles around everybody right now.
He's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. How was it like being in the studio with Gunna, or was that like
an
an MP3 email thing?
It was an email thing. It was like in the midst of, COVID, so no one was really like linking up in the studio like that. But
yo, I heard first of all, obviously the Dreamville sessions are legendary at this point. Everybody who got flown into town, but I heard that Chris Bosh
pulled up.
Chris Bosh pulled up and made some beats.
Yeah. He's kind of hard too. I ain't gonna lie. He was in there with with Cole and T Minus and Diesel. Shout out to bros.
Was that like the most random dude to pull up?
No, nah.
Who's the most random?
Random dudes.
Chris Bosh making beats is pretty random.
Chris Bosh is. I mean, that is kind of up there on the random scale. But like, Akon was in there at some point with like his family, like just chilling. The whole Milwaukee Bucks.
Giannis was there?
Yeah, Giannis came through.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not making any beats though.
Nah, but they catered like a whole dinner for us.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It was love.
Shout out to the Bucks, man.
For real. I mean, y'all got issues right now, but they good people.
We're up 2-1 right now.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about the Bucks is I was telling this to my homie. We were at the game 2 like earlier this week or whatever it was, and I was like, damn. You know, I hated people on the Clippers, right? Like, you know, sports hate, which is not the same as like actual hate, right? Couldn't stand fucking Jokic on the Nuggets. You know, I'm a LeBron fan, so I kind of was indifferent about the Lakers series. I was like, look, worst case scenario, LeBron wins. He's my favorite player.
Right.
Even though I've hated the Lakers my whole life because I'm from Phoenix.
Right.
But when LeBron went over there, I looked the other way for my sports hate for the Lakers.
I feel you on that.
But the Bucks, I got nobody to like hate. Like, I really fuck with Giannis.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker used to be his son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I like how Drew Holiday plays.
Drew Holiday's dope. Like, he's very humble. He don't talk shit.
Right.
Chris Middleton is like someone who like his come up in the league has been so crazy. I'm like, damn, I can't even. I want to chant "fuck the Bucks" at the game, but I can't. And I don't feel it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. They definitely got that kind of makeup. Like,
yeah, like who hates Giannis? He's like the nicest dude. He stayed down. He re-signed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. What are you a Knicks fan?
For sure.
So, I mean, shit, man. The Knicks fucking, you know, that was unexpected. I ain't even gonna lie.
I mean, you know, Knicks in 6. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. When y'all won that one game in the series and acted like it was the championship outside, I knew it was over.
I know, but the city needed it.
No, I saw that. I said, oh, they're not winning this series.
The city needed it. But, you know what I mean? That's about as good as we've been.
Oh, for sure.
In some time. So, you know, the city got riled up. And then it was reopening. Right,
yeah, it was like the perfect timing. Everybody was.
Yeah. They brought all that COVID energy outside.
Have you been? Because I've noticed a lot of my Knicks friends, they've transferred to the Nets, which I've.
Nah, first of all, shout out KD's my dog. I don't hate on the Nets. I'm not one of those Knicks fans that hates on the Nets because I know some players on the team and I rock with them. So personally, I just want to see them be great. You feel me? But nah, I'm still a Knicks fan.
But have you noticed a lot of people like going over to the other side?
Yeah. My sports chat, if I showed you our sports chat right now, that's a big point of argument.
That shit is crazy. Like, imagine if like the Clippers won a ring this year and you started to notice like
what I will say is there's
Laker
a few people
fans
I give a
over.
pass to because it be the Brooklyn niggas. You feel me? So it's like if you from Brooklyn and you're a Knicks fan,
Hovain's talking shit to me like, yo, the Nets are gonna get your sons in the finals, and I'm like, bro, weren't you a Knicks fan?
Yeah.
Like what?
Is Hovain from Brooklyn?
He's from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn.
See, yeah. So you gotta give them a pass because if a team pops up in your backyard, you know, kind of gotta just ride with them.
That's fair. What borough are you from?
Queens.
Queens is. I feel like Queens is one of the more interesting boroughs in all of New York because it's like everything's there.
Yeah, it's the most diverse county.
It's so diverse
in the world. Yeah.
Is it in the world?
In the world, yep.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything.
And quite possibly, I always like, you know, what's the better borough hip hop all time?
Ooh,
is it Brooklyn? Is it Bronx?
You know, I gotta ride with Queens.
I think it's. I personally,
with Queens.
Queens is.
We have a certain brand of rappers too, like.
I mean, shit, Nas, Mobb Deep, 50,
Tribe,
Run DMC,
LL.
Nah, Nori's not from Queens.
Nori's from Queens. Nori from Left Rack.
Yep. Oh, he is from
Conan Noriega.
CNN.
Yep.
Yeah.
The list goes on, man.
Brooklyn's just very top heavy though.
And we claim Cole too. Don't forget that.
That's fair.
Cole came up and got busy with us, so that's another Queens rapper. You know, by way of Carolina.
I think that's cheating though.
How? He sound like a Queens rapper.
I feel you, but
you listen to Cole, he sound like he from Queens.
He's from Fayetteville, bro.
I'm just saying though, but you know, he came up when he was 18, 17.
That's fair. That's fair.
We claim, you know, like half that.
Is there any discussion? By the way, shout out to Ebe for I had to hit him when the Dreamville project came out because I know that he kind of helped arranged that, and it was such a cohesive project. And I know how hard that is to do with all the moving parts, and I'm sure the pool of songs to choose from had to be crazy. And it played so well front to back.
Yeah,
concept.
That was Eve's headache.
Yeah, sure. I was like, bro, you killed this shit. The sequencing, the like everything was like, even just like some of the artists that you wouldn't even expect when you see the track list. Like Guap Dad's on this album. What's Guap Dad?
Shout out to Guap.
Yeah,
buddy.
no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought it was such a great. It almost feels like an impossible feat to have a compilation be so just front to back. That's there's been dope compilations in hip hop. Even think of like Diplomatic Immunity. There was some shit on there that I skipped. I think Disc 2 was the one that was like most of the skips. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the Dreamville shit was so crazy. Has there been any discussion of like doing a volume 4 in the future?
For sure, we got to do that. I feel like 3 kind of opened a lot of people's eyes to.
Because the first 2 were super slept on.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah, but everything happens for a reason, and within its timing. I feel like when 3 came around. We had a lot of artists on the label that have reached just new levels on their own.
Sure.
Whether it was myself, Ari, Jid, Irv Gang, like we said, Kaz, Omen, Loot. And then going back to what you said about how cohesive it was, I think that's because we did it all in those 10, 11 days that we were
Everybody was together.
Yeah, everyone was together. It was like, okay, I'm walking into this session. All right, you guys already got like 2 verses and a hook. Let me do a bridge.
Right.
Or, I'm walking into this session. All right, you guys need a hook. Let me try this hook idea. You know what I mean? As opposed to like sending tracks back and forth and trying to put this piece. It was just literally like who's in the room, who stumbled into the room. Like, some of those tracks got like 8 people on them.
That's real.
You feel me? So it's all right, well, just keep it to 8 bars because we ain't all doing 16s on this. It was a lot of that. And it was cool to see people's just process. Artists have such a wide range of creative processes. Like, some people don't want no one around, and then you see those people like come out of that shell. Yeah,
like because they almost have no choice. Like imagine being the guy that goes all the way to Atlanta.
Right.
I'd be like, hey, can everybody leave?
Yeah. It was like that wasn't gonna happen.
Right.
So it was cool to see people just adapt to each other's creative process.
Nah, I think it was done. I mean, Volume 4 has gotta be. I mean, Volume 3 it just performed so well too.
Yeah, it did. Got
the Grammy nom, like such a big deal, man. Besides Jackie, which has Lil TJay and Cole on it, and you just mentioned the Gunna, is there anybody who's not on your album yet who you would love to get a verse from?
What? There's a lot of people. Let me think. I got this record I really want Sway Lee on. I want to get Snow. I like Snow Allegra.
She's amazing.
She's incredible, yeah. I would love to get WizKid on the album.
Yo, WizKid might have the song of the summer, man.
What? That album got me through the whole pandemic, honestly. Made in Lagos, that got me through the whole pandemic I was running that. Let's see, man, there's a lot, honestly. These songs I'm making, like I said, I'm making them from that standpoint, like, how do I make these joints? Like, how do I make these like major joints? So I'm doing things that I'm always hearing somebody on. So I want to get Rowdy on the record. I really want to get Rowdy Rebel on the record.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I'm working, man. Hopefully those people I named when the album come out, we can look back and say.
Well, you've also been like, I feel like you've also haven't been like greedy with like doing like collabs. Like I saw you were on that record with Coda, and I think Joey was on that record. That shit came out super dope.
Yep.
What are some like you mentioned the WizKid album. On the hip hop side, what is like the shit that you've really been just that's on repeat in the whip for you on Spotify, iTunes, whatever?
A lot of like the Brooklyn drill scene, honestly.
That shit's going up, man. I just went and hung out with Dusty Locane and Canarsie and
yeah.
And who else we were hanging out with? Ross Swish. Yeah, that shit is going crazy.
As far as like the hip hop, I've just been running through all those cats.
The drill. Yeah, Chef G's crazy. Yeah.
2Gs. I know, like they got their issues. That's the problem with Brooklyn. Like everybody got their issues, but
bro, I had no
as
idea.
A neutral party, I'm over here listening to all that. Like these dudes are hard.
I had no idea how crazy that shit was. Like the Woos and the Chos or whatever in New York.
Yeah. It's going up.
Yeah, we went to New York for like a week. We went to Buffalo and chilled with Griselda, and then like I'm doing some original content, almost like some hip hop Anthony Bourdain shit with Empire. So we did a bunch of stuff with the drill guys, and we were just in the hotel room like let's see what's going on, and watch this whole documentary about that whole shit. I'm like, this shit is crazy.
That's why they wouldn't let nobody do that Rolling Loud a couple years ago. Remember there was the cops was pulling everybody off.
That's when they took Pop Smoke off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's crazy though.
Yeah, it's wild.
I had like no idea, bro. Like I think it was the Chef G that got stabbed? He got stabbed in the head or some shit. Yeah, it was.
Damn, I didn't even know all that.
Yeah, shit is nuts. Like, meanwhile,
but they're making really good music.
They're making great music.
You gotta hope.
Yeah.
Everybody matures to a level past that, but that's shit that we don't even know about. You know what I mean? That's just like shit they all been dealing with.
Imagine Boz doing a drill record though. You know what I'm saying?
I got something in the tuck.
That'd be so random.
I got something. Oh, it's coming.
It's coming.
Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
Don't even worry about it.
How you feeling? Obviously you're a big basketball guy. How you feeling about my Phoenix Suns, man?
Book is my dude. Book is like.
When you say he's your dude, like he's your friend?
Yeah, he's somebody that been rocking with Dreamville from like early. Like I remember. I think we was in Vegas once, and like Book wasn't even 21 yet. The Vegas clubs don't play that.
Right.
So like he's a dude that been like just supporting us from jump. So I really want to see him win, and CP3. But then obviously we know we got a lot of homies on the.
I mean, obviously
too.
They've catered you guys' dinner and came to
that's
the
what I'm
session.
saying.
Devin Booker didn't come to your fucking session.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good point.
I mean, so you're just kind of like whoever wins, you're cool with.
You know what though? I do want to see Chris Paul get one because I think out of everyone playing, his legacy would gain the most.
It'd be solidified.
It'd be so solidified.
Top 5 point guard. I think he's a top 5 point guard already.
Right.
But
if he
gets
like,
that, nobody can say
especially
shit.
the way he's led that team and the way he's made those pieces like so
even
much
like
more
last
effective.
year on the Thunder, they were a 5 seed, bro. They thought they were gonna tank and be in the lottery.
Right.
And Chris Paul had them motherfuckers playing, bro.
And he's year 16 now, so like that window is shrinking. So I'm rooting for the Suns but I think Giannis is gonna get his. I think they're gonna have their time.
Yeah, Giannis is still young, man.
Exactly. I want to see Chris Paul get one before it's over.
Yeah, CP3's that guy. Who would you consider to be the CP3 of rap?
The CP3 of rap.
Like somebody who's like maybe doesn't get that acknowledgement, but is like an all-time great at what they do. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great one.
I'm trying to think, who's the Chris Paul of rap?
Who is right? You got to answer that one. Because also Chris Paul makes everyone around him better. I'm trying to think of that person too,
I don't know. That's a tough one.
That is really tough.
Night Train, you ain't got nobody? Cole. He said Cole.
Cole got his rings, though.
Cole got his rings, man.
He got a few of them rings.
Yeah. Cole got them rings.
He got the rings, yeah. I'm trying to think of someone who might be, like, less appreciated.
Yeah, maybe, like, I don't know, maybe somebody like...
E40.
E40.
He make the Bay.
E40.
He make the Bay jump, for real. Yeah, that's hard. I like that.
That's not a bad one. E40. Yeah. I'll let you have that, man.
I'll let you have that, yeah.
I'll let you have that Bay Area over there. This guy tried to tell me Mac Dre was the most influential rapper of all time. No. You didn't say one of them. No.
You said the?
No, he said, no. You didn't say that when we, now you saying that because of camera. No, he said the most influential rapper ever.
One of the most influential.
You're fucking on drugs. Whatever they smoking on in the Bay, we got to talk about. He on DMT for sure. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mac Dre. Rest in peace. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? An icon in your area for sure. But
he is one of those dudes though, like as a New Yorker, like when you think of the Bay.
You think of Mac Dre.
You think of Mac Dre, you think of E40, but like
you play this song still to this day.
Nobody in New York's playing this song though.
They go crazy.
Yeah, in a certain part of the country they go crazy. But you can't say he's the single most influential rapper ever.
Maybe for the region.
Okay. Are you accepting defeat in the argument? So he's more.
I mean, he's got an Oakland A's hat on. You're not.
So he's more influential than Hove or Tupac or fucking Rakim.
I put Tupac on the very top.
You didn't say that though. Fuck out of here, bro. You didn't say that. Now you saying that. Lil Wayne's more influential. Come on, bro. Anyway, well, look. Hopefully, in any timeline, are we gonna get the album besides just before the end of the year?
I'm hoping for like Q4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Q4.
I got a few things I want to get out there.
Is everyone working, like everyone on the team right now working on projects?
OD. Everybody going crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was super dope to see Earth Gang have like one of them records that like did well on radio.
Yeah,
you know
Options,
what I'm saying?
yep,
Options
yep.
did it.
Shout out to Earth Gang. Ghetto Gods on the way.
And you know, obviously
JID, yep.
JID is one of the, he's an alien. I always say there's like certain people who are like Jedis in hip hop, and he's like lyrically a Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Like that record he put out with Conway is fucking crazy.
He went crazy on there.
So he's working on his shit. Obviously Cole's probably relaxing right now, I'd assume.
I don't even know. You never know with Cole.
You just never know, right?
You never know with Cole. He got, he's on that path to the fall off. I think he's trying to get everything off his chest that he wants to.
I want to see Kaz. I want to see Kaz and Reason do an album together, man.
Me too. I would love it. I would love that. I would really love that.
Lambo Truck is like such a great, like it was like such a perfectly executed concept.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, y'all got to do the album.
It was on some like How to Rob shit, but like the West Coast version.
They got to do an album, bro.
I
know Reason said he's down. I think, obviously there's two separate camps. Well, not even two.
I think it's feasible. If those two made the music, I don't think anybody would stand.
It would be the Cole and Kendrick album we never got, but on a lesser scale. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I think that's what it would be. Who would you, if you could do a collab album with like anybody who you got real chemistry with, who you really fuck with, like who would you do a collab project with? I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying like if you had.
I mean, the easiest collab project would probably be with Cole because we already damn near got one. If I got to pick anybody,
yeah, Cole would be a layup. That's easy though.
Pharrell. Yeah, but I want him rapping on.
You want Skateboard P?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just on the production side, like.
There it is, man. Well, look, hey, boss, I appreciate you pulling up. Hopefully, we get this album sooner than later.
Yeah.
The song Jackie is out.
Let's get it.
It's going crazy.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. I think it's already like 5 million on Spotify. Just been out for like a week.
Yeah. Now it's going up. Shout out to everybody supporting all the DJs. Kev, appreciate y'all.
Boom. The homie boss.